Hello there. There wasn't a pause, that was just me. Good evening, everybody. How y'all doing? This is Yusuf Chowdhury once again, tuning in from San Antonio, Texas. Just a few minutes early before we start, or before I start. All right, that came out good. Okay, give me just a few seconds. Let me go ahead and, as always, I just keep repeating myself every time I go live. I'm going to go to my page and share this. Let's see. Okay, we got one person. Yes. Okay, we shall continue with the same subject as yesterday. Got questions on digital marketing? Feel free to ask. As far for me, I do want to talk about still on the subject of SEO, but today I'm gonna talk about voice search. Okay, and I think there was a question here about how to perform online reputation. That's a good question. How to do online reputation? Well, first of all, what is online reputation? What is online reputation? So, online reputation basically means your reputation online. Simple as that. You don't need a dictionary to define that word. So, I think the first thing you can start with identifying your own online reputation by typing your name on Google. If you go to Google and type your name, see what kind of information's showing up, like for your images, your videos, your blogs. That's the first place you are going to start, and that is by going to Google or Bing. You just type your name and see what comes up. Any negative stories, any nasty stuff, you never know. So that's the first thing you're going to do when it comes to online reputation, right? That's the first thing you're going to do. Now, is there any type of formula to remove you? In fact, I used to know this one guy. I don't know. Should I talk about it? Should I mention his name? This one guy was in prison and it got released. Yeah, I'm going to talk about it. Okay, and I think he did like 4 years and came out. And of course, when you search his name, his brand name or his name, these negative articles from the local TV stations or KSAT or whatnot pops up. Now, how can you fix that? The answer is you can't. You can't remove any type of information out there just like that, right? So that was a big dilemma for this individual. So how can we do that? Unfortunately, you can't. If there is a bad information about your company, about your brand, it's going to stay there. Now, what you can do, you can implement some type of ethical ways, not necessarily to remove it, but put more honest, realistic, positive content, on the internet, whether it's through social or through the search engine. Then eventually the bad content, eventually it will go down to like the second, third, fourth pages, right? But there's no formula that will actually can completely remove it. And if anybody tells you that, they're very shady. You know what I mean? They are very, very shady. So you cannot just remove that kind of stuff. I mean, the first practice really, and this is very common with so many, not all, but I would say this is common with the small businesses. When your customer leaves bad review, I think one of the biggest mistake that you are going to do is not responding it. Okay, that's the first mistake. Now, the second biggest mistake is when you respond unprofessionally. that can definitely damage not just your business, your brand as well. Okay, so anytime, excuse me, anytime you see a bad review about your company on Google page, like Google My Business page, Yelp, and whatnot, you have to do your best to respond to those comments professionally. Okay, so be in the habit of doing that, and not just that, responding to negative comments. I mean, I would say even if a happy customers or client leaves you good reviews, respond to them as well. Acknowledge them. You know what I mean? Acknowledge them. So as I mentioned, there's no way for you to basically opt out, okay, from bad reputation, okay. But there are ways that you can improve your brand. If you, let's say, you admit you did something wrong in the past, or these material were really bad, especially politician, you'll find a lot of stuff out there for them, all right. So even if you're a politician, let's say these were false information and some other parties are putting it out there, or maybe you are freaking a jackass that was in the past, and now you repented, right? So you gotta put all the good stuff out there. You know what I mean? So make sure, Google your name, find out what's there. If it's true, leave it and admit it and fix it, but don't try to hide it or lie on top of it. Tawseef, wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah, how are you? Alhamdulillah, I'm super great by the grace of Allah. Okay? So that's the first thing. It really goes back to the individual. You have to be very honest with yourself. And I've seen some, I don't want to mention the name, but I've seen some clients that when I look up their name, I'm like, oh, what the heck? These are like crazy conversation about you, right? So you got to address it. Not necessarily pay too much attention to it, because if you end up answering every negative comments out there, then you're not going to be, focusing on the business. You know what I mean? So that's why you can take all the negative comments and maybe create a frequently asked question page, right? Have all the questions there and all the answers. So anybody's looking for this information, they can click on that frequently questioned answer page. Okay? So understand that you cannot remove it. So what's going to be the step that you can follow? So my recommendation is that you have to look at a technique, what I call creating a presence on the search and also on the social and any other web properties. When I talk about web properties, I'm talking about the Google business page type of properties, the niche-based directories, the other content sites or other news sites, or any website that can take information from you or take some unique content from you. So you have to build fresh or increase some valuable, amazing content out there. So you have to build those properties, okay? Same thing with the social. You gotta go back to your social channels, see how it's set up and what kind of information you're gonna put out there and how you're gonna spend time engaging again with the audience. It's very, very important, right? Because you are looking, you do have to consider your brand and products anyway. Does that make sense? So try to do that. One of the ways that in the past that one of my best friend was actually attacked by this some so-called some type of how should I say, a group, entity, political, whatever group. Somebody just want to like scare people, right? And put up false information about my friend. And of course, when I mention his name or anybody look up his name, because he's an influencer, a vlogger back in 2006, right? This negative content that comes up, which is actually not true. And I mean, the only way you can have that content to be removed if you file some sort of a defamation lawsuit because they were not true and whatnot. That's going to cost a lot of money. Or you can just contact the website owner and show them the proof that the information was incorrect. Now, if they're not going to listen to you, they're going to keep that stuff out there. So the third step was what? The third step was, because my awesome friend was producing a lot of videos, a lot of amazing content for specific community, we keep pumping those videos like in a lot of video sites. We keep blogging, putting lots of awesome content. So eventually what happened, all that one article that is negative just went down to like the 20th and 30th page, and all the cool stuff on the front page, right? Because they are brand new and fresh, and we've been posting it on a weekly basis. And the activity in the social channel back then was on a daily basis. Adam, hey, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in. Straight Dave. Chris, what's going on, my man? Yeah, I love the background. Thanks, buddy. Thank you. You must welcome. I love the background too. Better as the last one. This man has the corona. Let's see. That's funny. Look at the are you a Bollywood actor? You never know. I could be. You never know. Bollywood actor in disguise. So start putting when you put the blogging material or the social media material, you're not putting it for the sake of just trying to remove the bad information. You're honestly putting it there because you do want to educate your customers, your clients, your target audience, right? Wazif, how you doing? Hey, I'm sorry I couldn't reach you today. Been super booked. What the training clients. So maybe after this, if you're available, I'll give you a call. Let's see. David from LI, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in. David, you're smart too, even though I can see you. So once you put the content out there, you do have to listen to your audience, whether through the social channels or through using a social media listening tools like, Tagboard. For example, you can see exactly what kind of conversation taking place within your own brand and also your competitor. Okay. So, and as I mentioned, if you have some negative content out there, and alaikum salam, Van, what's going on, man? If you do have some sort of content that, again, let's see, something happened in the past, and if it's true, then you can go ahead and send some type of apology, okay? But don't end up getting into the so-called online argument. You know what I mean? So you gotta take that into consideration. My audience are kids. Good for you, Adam. I guess you're gonna put on your YouTube video. Is it on YouTube? Not for kids. Look at this guy. Good one. I see what you're doing right now. This is your underground business. That's funny. Hey, Freddie, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in. Okay, so let's talk about this. Is the answer for how to implement online reputation. You got a lot of funny people today. Okay, so now let's jump to. So that was the answer for the online reputation. Now let's jump and talk about voice search. Tawsif, one question was about the how to implement online reputation. Okay, the second one is let's talk about the voice search, right? Let's talk about the voice search. Let's see. Okay, so when it comes to the voice search, as you know, so the concept of the voice search actually came like around 2012. If you remember, Tawsif, back in the day, where when you open the browser, you have this small microphone, right? You have this small microphone, right? And when you click on the microphone, you can actually talk to the browser. And for example, if you say like, dentist near me, and of course the voice will give you the results. So that was back in, I believe, 2012. So the technology has improved. Okay, the technology has improved right now. So you have stuff like Siri on the iPhone. Then you have Alice. I think that's from Russia, right? Alice is an app. Alexa, Google Assistant, Cortana from I believe Microsoft Windows, Google Home, Bixby for Samsung, and Echo for Amazon, right? So you have, of course, voice through your mobile devices, and you also have the Alexa device, and also the Google Home. So now there's a whole different technology within these so-called voice searchers, because now if you're a local business, your information is going to be visible through the voice on these devices, right? Because right now what's going to happen, almost 50% of the searches this or next year are going to be done through voice. So how can I make my site or my website or my information to be visible on the voice search, right? But first, let's talk about why the voice search is important, right? Let's talk about that. Why the voice search is important. I would think there could be three reasons that the voice search is important, and the whole the SEO technology on the voice search is not the same thing like the on the website. Okay, it's a little bit different. So the reason it's important, right? The reason it's important because first of all, uh, the voice search is fast, so you don't have to like I know typing is not that it's not like hard to type, but it's faster. You can just talk to them. That's it. It's convenient, and now because the advancement in the technology, it's reliable. Okay, like back in 2012, it was very difficult. I mean, even if I speak with an accent, it won't come up with the good result. But now, it's actually reliable. So that's why it's very important. So the question is, how can I make my business show up in Alexa or Google Home or through any voice search app? Now, Alexa recently offered a service where you can actually list your business on Alexa, and I think there's a monthly charge for it. But on Google Home, there's some technique that we tried for some of our clients. It did work for some, but it didn't work for others. But because there's no an exact way on how can you make your website to show up on the voice, like the Google Home or the Alexa, accurately, right? So you have to try some of these tests, and with the technology and the improvement, a lot of new things can come up later on. Okay, so the first thing you have to take into consideration, you got to make sure you have to make sure that the website is mobile friendly. That means it's built for mobile devices. Okay. The second option, you can try a what you call it. You can have a page that is optimized for like 2 to 3 words, like especially if it's a question based, like how to find nearest yoga gym, for example, right? The third thing that we also noticed that it can also help you to be visible on the voice search devices like the Google Home is to have a frequently asked question page. So you're gonna have a question with the short messages and several other questions for your business. That also helps. Okay, that was number 3. Number 4, I believe you have to make sure that your website is the speed is very good, super fast is very good. Okay, then that was number let's see, that was number 4. Yeah, speed is very good. Number 5, you have to make sure that the website is crawlable on the back end, right? And number 7, and that is you have to make sure that, especially for your local business, you have to make sure that you are implementing the local SEO. So what is the local SEO? Like, the Google My Business page, Yelp pages, Facebook pages, or any of the local listing that you have them visible there. Now, excuse me, the 8th one, you have to implement something called the schema tag. Go ahead and check out schema.org, because what it does, it basically helps you to add certain codes in the backend for like your local map listing, for your author bio, and different other properties within the website. The last thing, I think and I believe, you have to make sure that the website is configured and utilized properly with your what you call a Google Search Console, right? So make sure that your website is properly configured for Google Search Console, and hopefully these sort of techniques can definitely help you to eventually, like if somebody's looking for your local businesses, talking to Google Home, hey Google Home, who's the best dentist in my area? And there's a possibility that you will show up. Or who's the best realtor or investor or financial advisor in my area? Okay. So these are some of the ideas on how to make your website hopefully to be visible. What do you call it? On the search. Okay, let's see if there's any questions. All right, any more question, guys? Okay. Any more question about the voice search? Make sure that you go to Google and look up for mobile friendly and just enter your website and see if it is mobile friendly. Check the speed of the website. We talked about a couple of days ago the type of tool you can use, the Google speed test, the GT metrics, and there's another one called, let me show you guys. There's another one, speed test. I'm gonna test the speed. I think Tosif, was that you that I showed you? The third one, the third tool. I know the webpage test.org was one, but I'll give you the fourth one. Yeah, the Pingdom, right? The Pingdom tool. So let me show you guys some of the tools you can use for the webpage test. Let me show you guys webpage speed test and of course okay, and the last one. Okay, let me share the screen. All right, let me go ahead and share this screen for you. The speed, I mean, there are a couple of tools I use if you want to check the speed. So this one is called Pingdom website test. Okay, so you can basically put your website right here. It gives you, they do have a 14-day trial, but it gives you more information right here. Okay, so this is a good tool to use. Now, if you want to use something completely free, then you can check out GT Metrics. This is one of my favorite. Okay, because this website will give you more details about the backend and the coding and where the problem is. It also gives like a rating system. If you get like double A or A and B or B or A, then you're good hand. Anything like C or D or E is very bad. So this gives you a lot of resources. Okay, so you do have to make sure that your website is pretty fast, not just from the front end. In most cases, from the front end, it's going to be fast anyway, but from the back end, maybe it's going to be slow. So I would go with the GT metrics, webpage test.org. This is an old school tool. It's been there for quite some time. You can also utilize it. This also gives you tons of detail, and it can also help you where you can actually test it from in terms of the location where the server is coming from, right? Then of course the Google speed test, that's okay. Then mobile friendly test. Okay, so this one here will basically tell you if your website is mobile friendly or not. Okay, all right. Any more questions about digital marketing, SEO, WordPress, voice search? I mean, for last week we talked about the definition of SEO according to Google, then the definition according to the industry. We talked about the importance of it, the difference between the on-page and the off-page, right? Then we talked about how to perform the keyword research, right? Then the keyword tools, the free ones, then how to distribute them on the website. Then yesterday I basically went with Wazifa's website and showed you guys how to get into the Yoast plugin and start using the tools to optimize every single page. Okay. And I haven't talked about the link building yet because I just want to make sure that sharing with you guys the basic, and if you guys understand the basic first and slowly kind of implement those tasks that I stated before, so we can move forward with the next subject. Makes sense. It is 6:19 p.m. Central Time right here in San Antonio, Texas. Any more questions? Do let me know. If you all have any more questions. Let's see here in Periscope. Oh, you got on Facebook. Oh, I see YouTube. I see a lot of people on YouTube like probably on crack. Some of them on crack. Okay, let's see. Okay, so what is here? What is it? Local niche directories. Yeah, there's a company that actually put together for local business. Basically, they put together all the most niche-based directories. See, let me see if I can pull it up for you. Okay, for the niche directory, because typically right now, I mean, you can definitely go to moz.com/forward, right, for the local listing. For the local listing, let's see here. Let me show right here. For the local listing. Okay, so this is Moz. If you want to find out like how are you doing locally in terms of like Google My Business page and Yelp and Facebook and whatnot, you can definitely check out this website, moz.com/local. Once you click on check my online presence, you do have to, especially if you have an office, whether it's a co-working office or your actual office or just a local place, then you can put your business name right here, the street information, in the street address, and the zip code. Then this system will definitely will tell you if you have a Google My Business page or map and Bing and whatnot. So it's free. You can use it by yourself and find out what are you visible or not. Okay, this is like the yellow pages for the business. Now there are some directories that are specific to your niche. So if you are a dentist and you want to list your business in the dentist directory, then you can definitely do that. So this company, Bright Local, thanks to them, they basically put a list of all citation for the local business directory. So what you can do, here's the link right here, right? It's brightlocal.com/resources/top local citation by business category. If you just go to brightlocal.com, you can go ahead and search for this information. So scroll down, you can see there are, amazingly, they put more than 800 niche citation sites in 42 business categories, and they also updated it. Okay, so that's awesome. Okay, so go ahead and check this. And they will also explain to you how did they do that. I mean, the reason behind it, how they collected this information. Then when you scroll down, you can see if you're into arts, design, and media, if you're an automotive business, health and medical, outdoor environment, or building construction. You see that? Real estate. It's amazing. Sport and leisure, business services, marketing, IT, travel and leisure, cleaning, sanitation, events and entertainment, and so forth. So when you scroll down, there you go. And it tells you which one is paid and which one is free. So these are the citation or directory site per niche. Okay, and this is called domain authority, 33%. Anything higher than 25, that's what you want to look for the domain authority. And it also shows you on which countries, which one are free and which one are paid and which one are both. Isn't that awesome, right? So you can definitely look at these. Photography citation. If you're anybody who's a photographer out there, photographer folks, you can look at this as well. Okay, the photographer, same thing. Domain authority, location, paid and free. Looks like there are a lot of paid and free. Very few free. Okay. Graphic design, for those who are web designers in graphics, look at that. 76 domain authority, Friola, and it's free. All countries, huh? See that? That's for photographers and web designers and graphics and car dealers. Okay, y'all seeing this? Driving a school citations. And the list, look at that. I mean, the list keeps going on and on and on. Look at that. Ooh. Oh my good. There you go. Okay. So make sure you check out for the niche-based directories. Check out this website, Brad Local. Thank you. It's an awesome company right here. They put a list. They're a marketing company too, so they list all this together for you. So make sure if you need me to post this, I'm going to post it on Facebook right here. Carolina, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in. How are you? Let me go ahead and put that. What is the score in GTmetrix? If you click on it, it will give you some information. Let's see. Let's see. All right, let's see. For the yellow, let me go ahead and do a quick check. One second. Give me a few minutes. Okay. Any more question on the local citation or the local listing? Page speed. Oh, guess what, Caroline? Willie, what's going on, man? What's going on, bro? How you doing? Thank you for tuning in. So, Caroline, the what you call it, the Y slow, the Y slow on the GTmetrix basically means Y slow, like why it's slow. That's what is it for. Okay, that's what it means. Okay, I mean you have the first tab that talks about the first tab talks about the what you call it, the speed page test, right? But the Y slow to similar is the same thing, but it's more like it looks for the crawling on the side, right? And looks at the rule. I think there's like 20 something rules for that. So that's the score for why the website is slow. That's what it means on the Y slow. And when you click on it, it also breaks it down for you, like which area, right? It gives you the information. So that's what it means. I was like, yeah, that's funny. Like why slow? So anyway, any more questions? It is 6:28 p.m. Central Time. Let me know. If y'all have any more questions. And by the way, folks, if you enjoyed watching this live streaming, do me a favor, go ahead and share this or tag some of your cool friends and colleagues and invite them. I would highly appreciate it. Okay, any more questions? You're most welcome, Caroline. Appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. It is 6:29 p.m. I'm gonna wait for another 1 or 2 minutes to see if there's any more questions. Hey, Farouk, what's going on, man? How you doing, man? Farouk from Abu Dhabi. Good to see you, bro. How you doing, man? How's life? Loving the background? Yeah, this is my client's office. It's an amazing place. Is there any website who got an A? Of course, there are many. There are many. In fact, I can. This awesome company. Let me show you. This awesome company, WP Fixit. The founder of WP Fixit, he specializes on also fixing other company sites. And every time on his social media, what he does, he shows the before, after they went in and made the adjustment. It became like, double A, living the lockdown life. All good, right? So when you get a chance, do double check this awesome company, WP Fixit. Okay, they specialize in maintaining and fixing any WordPress issues. They also have an affiliate program. So if you want to sign up as an affiliate and get some commissions, you can do that too. Or you can sign up as a reseller and offer this to your clients under your company name as well. Okay. So the founder of WP Fixit, Jared Gucci, is an awesome dude. There is a Facebook group for that, WordPress help and support. So if you get a chance, you can check out. This is Jared Gucci, the awesome dude. He's the founder. Okay, so this is the awesome Facebook group. This is one of the best group on WordPress, because the people in this group are super helpful. They're super helpful. Okay, so when you get a chance, join it. Okay, bunch of awesome people here, developers, businesses, all kinds of stuff. So I do recommend that that you need to check out facebook.com/group/WP help and share. Okay. But what I like about Jared, that he does share some of the sites that he work on, and he shows you like the before and after. And yes, Tosif, there are some websites that got almost double A. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Okay, 6:32. Any more questions, everybody? Any more questions? Any more question? Anything you need help with? Nice concept. How do they charge? WordPress help and support group on Facebook. Yes. How do they charge? Yes. Excellent question. They do charge. They have different models, Farouk. They have one model where you can, if there's an issue happen right now, you can pay them like $39 and they'll fix it within a few hours. And if they can, they'll return the money to you. But in most cases, that never happened. They always fixed it, right? They also have different services. In fact, let me go back and show you some of the services. I believe he's the first one. He was the first one to come up with this business. I have my affiliate link too. Get WP Fixit. Okay. I believe he's the first one who came up with this model. Basically, was the inspiration was from the Apple support. That was the same concept. So if you go to services, you will see that he has so many. There's a video you can watch and check this out. So they have a general support, $39. They have a infection removal, speed service, $100 to speed up the site. So basically, you can pay him $97. I charge you probably $300. Okay. So infection removal. There you go. Infection insurance, optimization or tune-up services, speed service, tune-up, WooCommerce checkup. Monthly support, there you go, manage, $300, keep it safe. Other backup services, HTTPS, migration, PHP compatibility, right? Hourly support as well. They have it. Custom WordPress work. So they're amazing. And if you look at the, let me see all the team. What are the team? They have he has a huge team of all awesome developers. So yeah, I love the service and it's great. Okay, so check it out. So he was number one, I believe, and now everyone's trying to copy him, but he was number one. All right. Do you have any more questions before I bounce? Let's see. Do you see a shift away from WordPress and onto Wix? No, not really. I mean, is anybody doing that? I mean, it's supposed to be the opposite. You should move from Wix back to, back to what do you call it? At least if you want to move away from WordPress, they should go like Squarespace, not Wix. And the fact that they can work with us to support our, yes, absolutely. So, I mean, I have developers that also are in charge of troubleshooting, similar to what Jared does with the WP Fixit. But the cool thing about this, Farouk, you can sign up as an affiliate and share the link. And if your client signs up and do everything by themselves, then of course you get paid a commission. Or you can just charge whatever you want to your clients and have WP Fixit fix all those issues. The customer support is excellent. And like I said, till this day, there wasn't any issue that they were not able to fix. Okay, so they are really, really good. I highly recommend them, and they are USAFID approved. Okay, they are USAFID approved. So other than that, how you doing with the lockdown life? Are you still doing any online works? Christian, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in. How are you? So let's see. Was it why do you use them? Do you have an overflow of work that can do it in your office and send to them? Yeah, sometime when our team is overbooked, right? If you have so many projects in our plate, I do have to, have another awesome team to take care of my clients, right? So yeah, sometime that's what happens. The thing with the all work from home, awesome. The thing with the digital marketing is that number one way to make sure that you're successful is to have the right smart team work for you. That doesn't mean they're going to be just directly working with you, whether they're a team or staff, contract or freelancers, but also you have to collaborate with other companies, especially when you have access to everybody, right? And Jared, I've been on him for quite some time. He's an awesome dude. He came to San Antonio once with the WordPress WordCamp here, but I've known him online for a long time, so he's been very successful with his business. So I love to recommend my colleagues as well, even though they could be my competitor. That's all good. We all share the blessing, right? But in terms of prices, they're very affordable too. Compared to mine, I'm a little bit, my price is a little bit higher, but compared to his, he's affordable, and plus, I believe he got more than 5,000 customers for his services. More than that. That was like a couple of years ago. Now it could be more. Yeah, always a second backup. Yeah, and this is a beautiful thing, and Farouk can tell you that too. The beauty about the digital marketing is that when it comes to having access to any smart folks and expert, it's everywhere. But you have to have that good relationship with all the genius people that work for you, so that way, in case something happens, you're always going to have a backup plan. Hey Marsha, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in. How are you? Do you have any question about digital marketing or website or anything? Any questions? Farouk said, agreed. Yeah, I mean that's the beauty, right? I mean, that's why I tell people, man, think like a nomad, right? Have access and make sure that the smart, ethical, loyal, and hardworking people work with you. You know what I mean? Okay, I don't see best WordPress host currently. Well, I mean WP Engine still here in Austin. They're from Austin, Texas. So WP Engine for WordPress still the best. Then I recommend SiteGround because they're affordable. Then you also have Get Flywheel. Then after those, I would say Liquid Web, DigitalOcean. Those companies are good. Doing good. Is there a good management system to manage a team? There are tons, Marsha. You can look at Asana.com, Rick with W or Rike, Trello, Basecamp. There are tons, right? I'm used to more to Asana, Rike, and I use Trello and I also use Basecamp, right? So some of my clients they prefer Basecamp. Some of them on even Slack. Slack is another one. But Slack does other stuff, not just the management of the team, right? It does other cool stuff. So you have Slack, Asana, Basecamp, Trello, and Rick or Rike. That's WRIKE. So KE. Are you going to do a segment on off-page how to use Google Search Console and Google Analytics? Yes. If that's your question, definitely. I would love to show you guys how to, or which area of the Google Analytics you need to focus on for beginners, not too advanced stuff. But if you want to get to the advanced, we can talk about that later. And also the Search Console, right? I'll definitely going to do the background and show you step by step where you guys need to look for. For the off page, maybe sometime this week I'll talk about some of the techniques of the SEO off page for sure. Okay, definitely. Marsha, does that answer your question? Do you use any of the one that I mentioned? Okay, I keep saying, any more question? I'm gonna wait for 1 more minute. I love the off page. Yes, the off, because from last week I've been talking about the on page. I think we covered most of it. I didn't cover the technical side of things like the schema tags or the no follow or do follow or no index and indexing. Like I haven't covered that because that's a little bit technical. If anybody wants to learn that, the technicality, we can talk about it. But most of the feedback that I got, they just want to start on some things that they can do by themselves, right? So at least take care of the basic one first. With the off page, I will share with you some of the ideas on how to utilize off page SEO to get the traffic and use the analytics to track and see exactly how you are investing your time when it comes to the off page SEO, because you do have to realize and understand what kind of backlink you are getting, where the traffic is coming from, and how can I promote my content on several relevant places, and how can I track those links to generate conversion and whatnot. Tons of work, tons of stuff we can talk about it. Okay, it is 6:43 p.m. Central Time. Any more questions? Any more questions? Any more questions, folks? Okay, I'm just gonna wait 1 more minute. Okay. If there's no more question, then let's see. Here you go. Farouk had asked us a question. Best WordPress course to give to clients to help them manage content on WordPress after website is delivered. Well, you know what? GoDaddy has a plugin from what do you call it? From a company called WP 101. Do you remember that? Do you remember? Let me show you. So GoDaddy, either they acquired or they added this feature. If you have a client that is hosted with GoDaddy, you can actually also, guess what, Faru? You can purchase a license from WP 101 and put your logo, and this plugin going to be on the back end of the WordPress, and it will train your customer how to use the WordPress, like, you know, how to do the posting, the pages. It's just something for very basic, not advanced stuff, right? So WordPress 101 or WP 101 is the first option I thought about it, but you know, GoDaddy has that feature for free. That basically means they have it included if you buy the web hosting through them. But if you want to do it separately on your website, then you can pay monthly and add it to your client site, right? So that's one option. Yeah, it's pretty cool. They've been there for quite some time. They have a lifetime. Look at that. Buy a lifetime access. Is that an AppSumo deal, I guess? Let's go and check it out. So they have a lifetime access. Look at that. Lifetime access. Yeah. How much is it? It's $100. Every course, one-time purchase, and lifetime access. Yes, it can also be white label, so you can have your company. You can have your company logo instead of WP 101. Okay, but this is if you build a very basic WordPress-based website, nothing too complicated that they can break. If they want to figure out how to use the posting, how to use the pages, how to add plugins, you know, that kind of stuff, right? But it does go through the basic of the back end of the WordPress. So that's one that I would recommend. Okay. Secondly, since everyone has LinkedIn, right? If you have a LinkedIn, guess what? LinkedIn also has lynda.com, right? If all your clients are on LinkedIn, they can log into LinkedIn, and some of the classes are free through LinkedIn, and you can look for WordPress within LinkedIn. So that's another option. See that? Tons of organized courses within LinkedIn. Okay, so that's another second option. The third option, of course, you just go to YouTube, right, and type, you know, WordPress for Beginners tutorial 2020. You can also go to Udemy. Udemy has some courses, like a one-time fee course, Teachable or Thinkific. Those are also other places that you can have your client continue learning. Or guess what? You can make your own videos training them and sell it, put it as a part of the project. So you can have it on the back end of the website, and you're doing it by yourself, right? And it's very easy. What you can do if you want to make those kind of videos, there is this video capture or a screen capture tool called the Screencastify. Some Lynda courses are nice. Yes, they're very good. I've been using Lynda way back in 2009, 2008, 2009, way back, like 2010 when they came out several years ago. So another cool plugin you can utilize. This is more like capturing a video. So for free, it's a Chrome extension. It's called Screencastify. So you can capture the back end of the WordPress, and you can add your voice and send those as files. Like, email it to your client, so that way they don't have to call. You can just show them everything how it's done. So up to 5 minutes for free, right? So you can do 5-minute video each. That's free. It's not going to cost you anything. But if you want to use the full service, there's a yearly fee of $50 per year to have unlimited recording and whatnot. Okay, so it's awesome. Check out this one. This way you can do it by yourself. And sometimes actually we use this for our clients who are like not locally here in San Antonio. They're in different states. So we basically do a video like this and show them how they can make some of the changes and whatnot. This way you can save a lot of time and money as well. In fact, you can even offer this as a part of your package for the services. You know what I mean? Where's the Yusuf course? Working on it. It's funny. I've been helping other people build their own courses, but I haven't done mine yet. But it's in the process. It's in the process. I have 2 business partners that I'm working with. It's going to be for a specific niche. One of them is going to be offline when all this stuff gonna come back to normal. One of them's going to be offline workshops, partnering with two business partners. The other one's going to be online, but it's specifically, I'm creating it for a specific niche. Okay. If it's general, then for sure I need to work on something general. But I would love to get a lot of feedback from the audience on exactly what do they want to learn. I do want to teach something that is practical, something that they want to implement it right now, not just theories. So if I can gather more, I mean, I have some data about some of the most common questions, information, but I got to put it together that's going to be super organized from main concept, basic activities, and from there to an actual action. Okay. It is 6:50 p.m. Central Time. Any more questions? Any more questions, folks? Abroad questions. Are you seeing more or less business opportunities for online businesses and professionals like us? Do you see more work for online freelancers in this situation? That's an excellent question. Now, let me speak for myself first. For myself, whatever I was doing several months ago, it did not stop. The only thing I would say, we did have several clients that had to pause some of my services, and some of them had to cancel it because the nature of their business, that they're not getting anything because their business stopped, right? But as far myself, no, I'm still honestly getting leads, right? Especially one of my friend who is an IT person who fix PCs and machines and servers. He's like overbooked because everyone want to work from home, so you get the most of the calls. Some of my clients in the landscaping and I have another friend who does carpet cleaning and concrete washing and the roofers. I mean, they're actually doing good, so it depends. I mean, I haven't seen most of the one that I've noticed that heard are the local businesses like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, for example. The restaurants are kind of surviving, but there's so many local businesses that are completely closed. You know what I mean? So I learned about you from Corey's video, by the way. Thank you. Yeah, Corey's awesome. SEO and WordPress courses from you would be cool. Okay, absolutely. That's what it is. Mostly the courses I was working on was kind of digital conversion, target audience analysis. Then from there, web and SEO. That's what it was mostly. And of course, WordPress was part of it. That was already working on it for my two business partners. Okay. So that's what I would say, man. I mean, if you are a good online marketer, then for sure you're still getting. And in fact, if you look at social media, if you look at the ads, those guys still working. They're getting leads. Like I said, I'm getting leads. I mean, I'm kind of busy. I'm getting leads. For my situation, like I said, my activities hasn't changed. It just probably increased a little bit in terms of busyness, even though I did lose, some clients, but I'm also getting lead to kind of balance off what I missed. And hopefully when all the situation gets back to normal, those previous clients probably, in most cases, they're going to return anyway. Let's see. And how to run an online agency. I mean, the thing with the online agency, it really depends on you, how active you are, number one. And number two, you still have to care, not just about your customers, just about anybody that is interested to learn from you, especially the educational marketing. That's why I heavily focus on this. And I've been, you've been known for a long time. I've been very consistent when it comes to like educating, right? The other ways, of course, if you run ads right now, the majority of the time that people spend is Facebook. So this is an opportunity for a lot of freelancers, contractors to run Facebook ads, right? You just have to understand and look at the data and use the data to your advantage to come with some sort of strategies. That's awesome. You're getting leads in this time. Yes. And not just me. I mean, I have some clients who are in the construction business. They are getting leads. This client of mine right here, I mean, he's also doing awesome, right? So let's see. What is your best medium of getting leads? Google search, Facebook. Right now, I do get leads through social media. I do get leads through search. I also get leads through ads. Because I do run Google ads and other search ads. So that's what I get it from everywhere. And I also get leads, believe it or not, word of mouth is still, right? I get leads from other businesses, recommendation. So it's everywhere, Let's see. What would you really appreciate if you could drop a few links to the questions after the broadcast? This has been a very value-packed live. Thank you. Would you really appreciate if you could drop a few links? Yeah, of course. The link that I mentioned, I'll definitely put in the comment section. I talked about, what is it, WP 101, right? I talked about WP 101. Let's see. Definitely. I'm going to put this one here. I've noticed, Wazifa, I've noticed, yeah, some of the click went down. I was surprised that my team was doing a research for another lead, and I was surprised that the price went down a little bit, Because think about it, a lot of these big corporations invest their money with the news and the TV station, right? But most of those businesses are closed. So I guess the money's not going there right now, right? So this is an opportunity for small businesses. Did you hear that, Farouk? This is an opportunity for small businesses to basically, get into right now. Especially the reason I mentioned Facebook, because the majority, based on the data that we gathered, is the majority spending time on Facebook. So why not run ads there, right? Yeah, WP Fix It. Let's see. For the hosting, yeah, WP Engine. Let's see, WP Engine. And okay, it is almost 6:56. I gotta bounce at 7. So if I'm not able to finish all the links, I will post it for you later, my friend. Solid ground. There you go for the hosting. And let's see. What else I got? Get Flywheel. I think that's another one. Get Flywheel. Get Flywheel and Liquid Web and DigitalOcean. I hope Facebook is not gonna ban my posts. I keep posting all these links. So Liquid Web and DigitalOcean. Those are good company as well. There you go. If I miss any link, let me know. Okay, if I miss any links, do let me know. Okay. Are there any more questions, folks? Don't forget to leave. If you're having a hard time not knowing what to ask, feel free to leave it in the comments section. Add links to your team. My company. So yeah, man. It shouldn't be hard. As long as you're consistent, inshallah, rizq will come, sustenance will come. But we should never stop, I think one of the reasons that if you stop, nothing's going to come in. So you got to be creative and keep, putting stuff out there. There are many ways that you can get leads, and not just through the digital. There's so many ways, but people got to stay consistent, right? Stay consistent, put your content, invest in ads. And I've seen, I know Sean, my friend Sean, he's in Bali right now. I mean, he's doing good too. I mean, even today he showed a post of how he's getting all these requests, for web development project, and he's getting it, right? So yeah, but also Sean is active. I mean, he shares a lot of good content. He's always active. So that's what it is. You got to be active, and you got to try implement these marketings and target the right audience, and you should be good. Okay, all right, everyone. It is 6:59 p.m. Central Time. I got 1 minute. If anybody has any more question, please leave it below. Comment right now. I got 1 minute. Yusuf is one of the most consistent players in the online scene. MashaAllah, thanks, brother. Appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot, man. Thank you. We need to do we should do like a live streaming together, bro. Okay, right now I'm doing one with Imran every Sunday. I got a couple of colleagues here in San Antonio that wants to do the same thing. Yes, I will call you after this. Wazif, I'll call after this. Okay. All right, folks. It is 7 p.m. Central Time, right here from San Antonio, Texas. I will see you all tomorrow at 6 p.m. again. So if you still have any more question, do let me know. You too, Akhi. Thank you so much. Bye-bye for now.